and welcome to part 3. So the last two parts, part 1 we went through an introduction, part 2 we went through the preparation phases, and now in this part we're going to go through the upgrade. This is about just under 15 minutes long. Before we begin, customers and partners must engage Dell support for skip level upgrades on VCF VxRail. So the upgrade phase. So you've gone through all the preparation, we ran all those switches, all the prep steps, and this is where the actual maintenance window should occur. So now we're going to run the upgrade. We ran all our pre-checks before. We ran the -VB switch. We also ran through an SDDC pre-check on the workload. And we went and ran VxVerify as well. So with the -U, it's asking us for the FQDN for the SDDC manager, then the login IDs. It's then going to give us a list of all the bundles that'll be used for this upgrade, within our download directory. And that was based on our manifest, which was based on the target version I'd specified earlier, which is either a target version or I could have also typed in latest for the latest version. It's checking all the bundles there. Remember we did the -C, so copied everything across. The SDDC bundles were registered in the repository, and now you can see it's taking a snapshot of the SDDC manager VM. So currently we're at version 3.9.1.0. Snapshot's done. And now it's taking the very first bundle for the very first upgrade. And this is 3910 to 31000. And we can see on the right hand side that's now been scheduled. So it'll start automatically. There we go. So 3910 to 310.00, that's kicked off. And here I'm just looking at the log files, looking at the activity that's going on. I'm also just going to have a look on the SDDC VM. It takes, when you run the commands, it basically zips up everything, including log files, and puts them on the SDDC VM. So we'll just have a look here where they're all stored. There you can see they're all dated there and timed. And this is the activity log, so I can see again where we are in the upgrade process. And that's in the UI. So there are 6 upgrades involved for this particular upgrade because we're going from 3910 to 31012. So that upgrade took 22 minutes. And back on the command line, it's getting the next update ready. So one thing I do have to do if I'm using the UI is hit that finish button for it to go through the next stage of scheduling the next update, the next bundle. If you're not using the UI and just using the command line, it'll automatically go from one to the next to the next. You don't have to manually intervene. So we can see here on the patches, there's a next update. This is for config changes. So that's actually a small update. And it took about 50 seconds to run that, the next update. That's kicked off. It's 159 meg in size, and that's done. And it says there, drift bundle. So I'll finish that. The next is from 310.0.0 to 310.0.1. So scheduling the next upgrade. So that schedule update button should change as soon as it's been scheduled. There you go, it's changed. And then it kicks off. So this particular update took 17 minutes to complete. That's the activity log again. Okay, and that's done. The next update is from 3.10.0.1 to 3.10.1.0. Okay, so now it's scheduling that. Let's check this uploaded, and there we can see it's been scheduled. And this one took about 15 minutes. So all in all these upgrades, they took about 104 minutes. That's just these upgrades. That didn't involve, what's happening on the back end and the scheduling and those other bits. And that also doesn't include the preparation steps we ran before. This is just the upgrade itself. And remember, this is also only the SDDC upgrade. Once all these phases are complete, then we'll run the normal lifecycle management. So the next update is 3.10.1.0 to 3.10.1.1. Okay, that's kicked off here. This one took 25 minutes to complete. There you go, 25 minutes, 14 seconds. Clicked on finish. And this next update is from 3.10.1.1 to 3.10.1.2. And this is the last upgrade to get us to our target version. This one also took about 25 minutes to complete. The number of updates you have, will vary depending on which target version you're going to. So this update is now complete. So I'm going to have a look inside SDDC Manager now. We'll have a look at the version information. And there we can see SDDC Manager 3.10.1.2. What you're going to notice now, it's going to start registering the remaining bundles into the SDDC repository. For example, you can see the NSXT bundles being registered. There's a vCenter bundle as well. And there's also a VxRail update as well. So those bundles are registered into the repository once the SDDC updates are finished. There, so you can see now uploading partner bundle VxRail. That's 47525. Restoring the bundle manifest, polling on SDDC Manager. So now it'll be connected to the depots and just go back to normal operation. And it would also have removed the snapshot it took earlier of the SDDC Manager VM. If we look here now, we can see those bundles are available. So it still does force you to upgrade in a certain order. So you can see this one's available, which is the NSX V update, and the next two are future, and they won't be available until I've run the first one. Then I've got the vCenter one, then I've got VxRail below. But those will be normal SDDC Manager lifecycle operations, and so this is actually where the skip is taking place. Those previous SDDC Manager upgrades, now we're at the latest target version, they have enabled the skip to now take place. So now you can see it's also restored the bundle manifest polling on SDDC Manager, and it also deleted the snapshot. Just going to have a look in vCenter as well. You can see there, remove snapshot for the SDDC Manager. And then it's archived and logged everything locally and on the SDDC VM as well. And that's done. One of the things we do in the lab is when we've been testing the skip tool, we'll take a snapshot of the SDDC VM, go through all the SDDC updates, and won't go through the VxRail update and those bits, but then we can just roll back our snapshot. And that enables us to test the same thing multiple times. So at the end, we'll just roll our snapshot back and then start the upgrade again. Anyway, so that's the upgrade, and that's complete. And then the next phases would be the normal lifecycle management upgrades to take you to the end of your LCM. Don't forget there is an addendum, which is part 4, and that covers the latest updates with the skip tool. So I will see you in part 4.